Hi! We are back at Epcot because why?
We're gonna go to Regal.
That's right! I went relatively recently, but you haven't been able to go in a pretty long time. I think you've only been once, right?
Yeah, and I didn't even get food. I just ate your food.
Oh, well, you're gonna get your own food this time. You're just gonna enjoy Epcot. I believe it's open for a few hours tonight. So we'll get to see Epcot at night again, which is pretty exciting. Gonna go to Regal Eagle and then whatever else we get up to along the way. We also considered heading back to the Skyliner to potentially take a little ride on that while it's still light outside, but because of daylight saving time, we may not be able to get back there by the time it's dark, as it gets dark pretty early. We're also gonna go to grab a margarita. I don't know how to. There we go. Hello. Hey Brennan. Oh, look at this. We're wearing some oyby merchandise.
No,
look at
we look
that.
like punks now.
Well, it's actually finally cold now, so
Yeah.
This is probably the first and maybe the last time you're gonna get to wear that, so enjoy it. We're gonna get some margaritas back in Mexico, something we have not done. Yeah, why not? Something we have not done in a very long time. Because it's gonna be dark by the time we get out of the park tonight. I brought my other lens with me. This is my my f-stop 2 lens, so it's gonna do a little bit better in the low light. It is so small and compact. Look how tiny this is, and it just does such a good job. The only thing is that it's not good with image stabilization, but what else is new? So we're heading over to Mexico, so we have to go around the flavors from Fire Booth. It is very interesting that you can see through the entirety of Interventions now, so it's definitely pretty new. Brennan's all the way over here. She is ready to go, ready to get her margaritas. So I think we're just gonna walk straight through the Epcot experience, which has been edited and modified a little bit. I haven't seen it since they reopened, but I do think that they kind of put a pause on a couple different projects here at Epcot, but maybe they'll restart them in the future at some point. Alright, so we made it over to Chose a Day Margarita. We're getting in line to grab a couple margaritas and then I think head over to the Skyliner. I'm not sure if you can bring margaritas onto the Skyliner, but we're gonna see if we can, I guess. Alright, so the sun is starting to go down, so we are booking it over to the Skyliner. These are our Fiesta margaritas, which have lime, mango, and strawberry flavors. They're all together. So hopefully we can bring this on to the Skyliner, but if not, we are heading straight over to Regal Eagle for some barbecue. So we've had to stop a couple times to drink a little of it so it doesn't melt and overflow, which have given us both very severe brain freezes. So that's just not fun and very uncomfortable. So has your drink been kind to you, Brennan?
It's given us both like the worst and longest brain freeze.
I know. We were trying to book it over here to try to hop on the Skyliner before it gets too dark, so we just tried to chug this. It doesn't look like I chugged it, but it melted a little bit. And then we just got terrible brain freezes. We're almost there though.
So I probably should have known this, but I think because of how liquor licenses work at theme parks, you can't leave the theme park with an alcoholic drink, even though you're going to Disney property, which is going to be the Epcot resorts. You can't leave Epcot if you have an alcoholic beverage. So we can't get on the Skyliner right now, which is a little bit sad, but now we can just kind of relax and enjoy our margaritas, and then probably, I don't know, we may just go to Regal Eagle right after this. We may hop on the Skyliner. It depends how long it takes to drink this, because Brennan just had her third headache.
Brain freeze.
Brain freeze. Her headache cold is what I was gonna say. Yeah, so I guess we're gonna have to take our time with this, and then we'll just kind of see what happens after that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we just completely chugged those margaritas at a pace faster than I am comfortable with. But here we are over at the Skyliner to try to get a dusk view of the Ratatouille construction. Alright, so we made it onto a gondola.
And it was an unwrapped one.
That's right. Ooh, this is bouncing me around.
Oh my goodness.
So here we go, we're getting a nice aerial
Welcome
view
aboard the Disney Skyliner
of the
at Epcot
Ratatouille
International
construction.
Gateway. We're flying to Disney's Riviera Resort
This is
with a
pretty
final
cool.
stop at Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort.
Getting to see bubble lights on
This
right
is
here.
gonna be like the
We hope you
hugest
enjoyed your visit to
pavilion.
Epcot and World Showcase.
Absolutely, this
Did
is
you
gonna
learn
be
how to
just
say hello in a different language
absolutely
today?
incredible. There's the Remy's Ratatouille Adventure sign way over there. You see that?
It is beautiful back here.
That is super cool. Awesome. Well, this is exactly the reason that we chugged our entire margaritas, was just for that 20-second little flyby of the Ratatouille
Soon we'll be flying
construction.
past.
So now we're just riding straight over to Riviera, which is where I think we're gonna get off and turn around and head back to Epcot to go to Regal Eagle. I'm pretty sure, right?
Ooh, it smells like barbecue in here.
That's kind of weird.
Let's go to Regal Eagle.
I switched out my lenses, so this is the lens that I was just using, and now I'm using the other one
We are
because
now
now it's
approaching the
nighttime.
Skyliner turn station.
Oh, this lady talks a lot.
Well,
See, this lens does so much better with low light, but it really just punches it in a lot, so it's
In
super
just
zoomed
a few
in
moments,
on
we will be arriving at
face.
Disney's Riviera Resort.
She talks so
a
much.
Disney Vacation Club
But she's
resort.
right, we are heading
As
over
one of the
to
most
Riviera,
picturesque
so we're gonna get off there, turn around, and then head back over to
The European
Epcot to get some
Riviera
barbecue.
has
Alright, so we are coming down.
Please remain seated
For a
until the doors
landing.
automatically open.
In
When
Riviera.
exiting the
See how
cabin,
bouncy it
please
is?
supervise children,
Wow.
collect your belongings, and watch your step. Thank you for flying with us.
Alright, so we just got off of the Skyliner to Riviera station. We pretty much have to exit and then re-enter the station over on this side to head back over to Epcot. This is the first time that we've done this. So please pardon the camera balance as I walk, but like I said, this lens does not really have any stabilization. What's pretty interesting is that I make a lot of challenge videos, a lot of theme park challenge videos, but I have a friend who's done some very, very interesting challenge videos, and that he's attempted to ride every single wrapped Disney bus on property, and more recently he's tried to ride every single wrapped Disney Skyliner gondola, which is a commitment and an undertaking and very repetitive, and I applaud him for his persistence, but I do not think that I could do something like that. Alright, now back to Epcot to get some Regal Eagle barbecue. I am super hungry right now, and who knows what else we're going to be doing at Epcot tonight. This is definitely an adventure. I'm so sorry it's so bouncy. So we're heading down to the train station and back over to Epcot, but just, ooh, that is a little bit bumpy, but just looking at the horizon over there, it is very beautiful with Tower Terror kind of silhouetted back there in the back. It's pretty cool. Okay, so we're coming up on the France construction at night now, and it looks beautiful with all of the different lights on down there. Wow. This is going to be such a nice area to just kind of explore and relax. Once it settles down a little bit, because I'm sure it's going to be incredibly popular once it opens up. But it is pretty much ready to open up, it seems, for the most part. Okay, now we're touching down to the Skyliner station and heading off to the American Adventure for some barbecue. Alright, so now we have to go down back through temperature check again after heading through temperature check at the front of the park, and then through security, and then enter into the park because we have a park reservation for Epcot, so we can exit and then leave Epcot and come back on the same day, and then we'll be back inside. Easy process, right? Alright, so we just re-entered Epcot successfully through the International Gateway. Right now Brennan is mobile ordering some barbecue on the phone, and you were just saying how it feels like it should be super late right now, like 8 o'clock, but it's only about 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
So daylight saving time, right? It really messes us up. So, all right, now it's my turn to order, and then hopefully pick it up by the time we get over to the American Adventure.
Yeah.
Over there, are you excited?
I'm so excited for barbecue right now.
Okay, so we put in our mobile order, which I'm gonna say that we're gonna be, you can't even see because, there we go. I'm gonna say that we're here probably around Japan, so we can walk it, but we can grab it. I think Brendan's gonna grab a drink from the bar there as well, so that should be exciting. Okay, so we made it to the American Adventure Pavilion, and I am currently waiting on my order, so whenever it says that it's ready, I'm gonna have to go kind of around the corner over here to pick it up by the bathrooms, and then I think we're gonna eat inside. We could eat outside, but it depends how busy it is inside, I suppose. All right, and our order has been prepared, and here we are sitting inside along the brick wall right over here. Hi, Brennan.
Hi.
So you did go get a drink from the bar outside.
Yeah.
What'd you get?
So this is their like best seller. I've been wanting to get it. It's the blackberry moonshine. So blackberry moonshine, blood orange, blackberry, and lemon.
Ooh.
It's really tangy.
And then for food, this is what we ended up getting here. This is what I got last time, so I decided to get something a little bit different this time. But Brennan got the sliced Texas beef brisket sandwich with mac and cheese and sweet barbecue sauce. And then I got the North Carolina chopped smoked pork butt platter with baked beans and what else? The garlic bread there, and then of course some barbecue sauce on the side as well. So we are gonna enjoy this, and that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna enjoy this.
Very excited.
We're probably gonna share some of our sides here, but no complaints. Okay, so I switched back to the other lens because it's plenty bright in here, and I wanted to get all the way into the frame. So what I think we're gonna be doing after this, after we finish up at the Regal Eagle, is just go right next door to the American Adventure, because
right now, the night that we're here, it's in the middle of the United States presidential election, so we're feeling pretty patriotic just being here, and we haven't seen the American Adventure in kind of a long time, so I think it'd be kind of fun to pop over there and just sit down and just enjoy it.
Okay, so here we are next door, and this is the Rotunda. This is where the Voices of Liberty would normally perform. I don't think that they're performing right now, unfortunately. The next show starts at about 20 minutes, so we have just that amount of time to kind of relax and enjoy this area, I suppose, until the next show starts. So what we're going to do while we wait to go upstairs for the next show is that there's a museum over here called the American Heritage Gallery. I'm probably just going to walk around in here and just check out the different exhibits on display. It'll be a pretty good way to kill the time as we wait, and then we'll be upstairs before we know it. Okay, so we just came up the escalators. We're about to see the American Adventure, and now we're at the second level of the Rotunda. Hello. Are you ready to get patriotic and watch the American Adventure as our final activity of the evening? By the time this lets out, it's going to be probably part closed for Epcot, so our last activity of the day, but it's one we haven't done for a while. Okay, we're heading into the theater. There are plenty of seats. Some of them are roped off, but I think we're going to head down pretty close so we can get a good spot down front.
We now face the danger which in the past has been the most destructive to the human. Success, plenty, comfort, and ever-increasing leisure. No dynamic people has ever survived these dangers.
I may have invented these bifocals I'm wearing, but I can assure you they are not rose-colored. Mr. Twain, the golden age never was the present age, but with human liberty, we can fulfill the promise and meaning of America. To everyone a chance, believed Thomas Wolfe. To all people, regardless of their birth, the right to live, to work, to be themselves, and to become whatever their visions can combine to make them. This is the promise of America. Mr. Twain, 'tis easy to see, hard to foresee, but I foresee the American adventure to continue a long, long time.
Okay, so we just watched the American Adventure, which is a show that we don't watch that often, but it's fun to watch every now and then just to refresh ourselves on the experience. And I think it's pretty appropriate now, more so than ever in terms of relevance. So Epcot is 100% now closed for the evening, so now we just have to gradually make our way to the front of the park. It is very quiet over here, isn't it?
Yeah.
And dark. It's interesting because generally park closed at Epcot signifies the fireworks, so if anything, the very end of the night is the busiest time to be around Epcot, but because there are no fireworks, it's actually very, very quiet, even though the park literally just closed a couple minutes ago. What do you think about Epcot at night, Brennan?
I miss it. It's just so pretty and peaceful.
Right? I do miss the fireworks, though. Do you? Hello?
Huh?
Do you miss the fireworks?
Of course I do.
So for whatever reason, it is very, very dark at Epcot right now. This lens is actually making it a little bit brighter than it actually is. It is so dark. It's probably because all the booths are closed right now. Isn't it dark and scary?
It is. I noticed that like on the other side of the showcase too. Like in France, it just seems like there should be more light.
It could also be because we've never seen it this empty and this dark before, so it's just something that we've never actually noticed and processed, because if we ever come here this late, there's always just a ton of people to kind of distract you from the fact that it's super dark at Epcot. We have not ridden Test Track. We're back at Future World, by the way, but we have not ridden that in a long time. That's something we probably should amend at some point, but we are gradually heading out of the park, ever so slowly but surely. It's interesting, you can see the inside of the Guardians of the Galaxy construction. For the most part, you can only see inside, but you can see that it is being worked on for sure. That's going to be pretty cool when it opens. Okay, so I think we found the crowd. It's over here by the entrance of the park. It was actually really busy earlier, busier than I've seen it at Epcot recently, and then it got really, really quiet, and here everybody is again at the front of the park. I like this lens, but I am gonna have to get used to how zoomed in it is on our faces, and then just kind of how jittery and shaky that it is, but I'll get used to it at some point. But that was our trip to Epcot tonight. It was pretty unconventional for us in particular, but it was a lot of fun. Just to go here, just to go.
So yummy.
Getting to go to Regal Eagle, getting some margaritas for the first time in a very long time, riding the Skyliner, and just kind of checking out the Ratatouille construction, and then doing the American Adventure. That one was probably the most outlier of them all because we don't do that often at all. But it just felt, again, appropriate today, and it was just, you know what, it's right here, let's just do it. And it was fun. It's always a fun show to watch, so I have no complaints about that whatsoever, but I'm glad that we got to eat at Regal Eagle, like we said. I'm glad that we got to do the Skyliner and everything else. People just walked by and I have no idea what they said. But it happens sometimes when you're vlogging. People just kind of walk by and you're like, hello. You saw what we did today. Thank you for hanging out with us. Thank you for watching. We'll see you soon. We got to come to Epcot at night and it was great. We'll see you soon. Have a good day. Goodbye.